Modes of procuring food. Procuring means obtain. Here certain animals' mode of obtaining food is given. Let us see one by one. First one is the human beings. Human beings always use their hands and mouth to obtain the food. Second is the ruminants. Like cow, they are using their mouth to obtain the food. Third one is the paramecium. Paramecium uses the cilia. In the picture you can see the hair-like structures that are known as the cilia. It is present all over the body. The constant movement of the cilia pushes the food particles inside the mouth. Fourth one is the hydra. Hydra is a multicellular organism. They have the tentacles around their mouth which entangles, means twist the small aquatic animals and kill them, and then the food pushed inside their mouth. Spider. Its sticky tongue to catch the insect. As you can see in the image, that spider weaves a sticky web in which the small insects get trapped. Then the spider injects some digestive juices in the body of the insects, which digest all the parts of the body. Then the spider suck up the digested food. And the next one is frog. Frog uses its long sticky tongue to capture its prey. When an insect comes near to the frog, that time frog pushes out insects like butterflies, houseflies, mosquitoes and bees. They have a feeding tube called proboscis that helps to suck the liquid food. It's just like we sip a drink with the help of a straw. Digestion in humans. We humans take the food, digest it and utilize for different function. The undigested food expelled out from the body. The food that passes through a long muscular canal called the alimentary canal or digestive tract. It starts from the buccal cavity, that is the mouth, and ends at the anus. Now you can see in this slide the alimentary canal, which includes the organ are buccal cavity, esophagus, which is also known as the food pipe, stomach, small intestine, large intestine and anus. Now as we all learn that there are the certain digestive juices which helps to convert the food into the soluble form. That juices is secreted from certain glands. The glands that are associated with the digestion are salivary glands, liver and pancreas. So the digestive tract and the associate glands together constitute the digestive system. Now we are going to learn each and every organ in detail. Let's start with the buccal cavity, which is also known as the oral cavity. So oral cavity contains the three parts: tongue, teeth and salivary glands. Teeth. The teeth breaks the food into small pieces, chew and grind it. The chewing food and mixes with the saliva. This process is known as the mastication. The digestion of this food inside the buccal cavity is known as the mechanical digestion. Each tooth is present in a separate socket that is called the gums. In the image you can see there is a white harder substance which covers the tooth, that is known as the enamel. Our teeth are of. Let's start with the incisors, which is known as the cutting teeth. In the image you can see the picture of the incisor. There are 4 incisors in each jaw. It is present in the front part. It is of flat and blade like. The function of this kind of the teeth are bite the food and cut down into the small pieces. Different shapes and carry out the different function. Based on their structure and function, there are 4 types of the teeth: incisors, canine, molars and premolars. Second type of the teeth are canines. They are known as the tearing teeth. They are 2 in each jaw, present on the either sides of the incisors. They are very sharp and pointed. Its function is to tear the food. Third type of the teeth are premolars. They are also known as the grinding teeth. There are 2 premolars next to each canine, means there are 4 premolars in each jaw. They are very flat and broad grinding surface. Their function is to grind the food and break down into the small pieces. The last one is the molars. Which is also known as the grinding teeth. There are 3 molars on either sides of the premolars, means there are 6 in each jaw. They have the broad and the flat grinding surface. The difference between the molars and the premolars is that the premolars are smaller than the molars. Their function is to crush and grind the food. You can see in this picture, the first 4 are known as the incisors. The next one is called the canine, which are present on the either side of the incisors. Then next to the canine, there are 2 premolars either on the each side. And after that premolars, there are the 3 molars either on the sides. Now about the difference between the permanent and the milk teeth. Milk teeth, they are known as a temporary set of the teeth. We can see that it grows when the child is in the age of 6 months to 8 years, while permanent teeth are called the second set of the teeth, which grows again after the milk teeth falls out. There are 20 milk teeth, 20 in numbers, while the permanent teeth 32 in numbers. 20 in number means 10 in the upper jaw, 4 are the incisors, 2 are canine and 4 molars. While in the permanent teeth, 16 in the upper jaw and 16 in the lower jaw, 4 are incisors, 2 canines, 4 premolars and 6 molars. When we eat the food, small bits of it get stuck between our teeth. Sometimes these bits of food stay between our teeth, and if we do not brush our teeth carefully, that time the bacteria which are present in our mouth react with the leftover food and the saliva and form the thin sticky layer called the plaque. If this plaque is not removed by brushing, then it forms the acid when it reacts with the sugar which is present in our food. This may lead to the formation of the acid that affects to the tooth enamel. This causes the tooth cavities. As a result of it, certain times the nerves and the blood vessels get pulped and get exposed. Now, tooth decay causes the following problems like holes in the teeth, foul smell, loosening of the teeth and the toothache. When the tooth decay occurs, there are the certain ways to avoid it. The first way to avoid the chocolates or say no to chocolates, ice cream and the sweets. Brush your teeth daily, twice a day, early in the morning and at the night before you are going to the bed. Third one is we must floss our teeth every day. There is a one thread, you can see in the picture, there is a thread that is called the dental floss. It's a special string which is used or that moved back and forth direction through the spaces between the teeth. So whatever the food stuck between our teeth that cannot be removed by brushing, it is removed. Now the next organ is tongue. Tongue is a fleshy muscular organ. It is attached at the back to the floor of the buccal cavity. It is free at the front and can be moved in all the directions. Now the function that is performed by the tongue is first one. It helps or enable us to speak. Second one, very important, that distinguish between the four type of the taste. The taste are sour, salty, bitter and sweet. It also helps in mixing the food with the saliva. And the last one is it helps in pushing down the food and swallowing the food into the food pipe. Salivary glands. Salivary gland produce the saliva. Saliva makes the food wet and slimy so that it can be easily swallowed up. It contains an enzyme called the amylase. So when the starch which is present in our food, it reacts with the amylase, it forms the sugar called the maltose. As you can see in the word equation, when the starch is reacting with the enzyme amylase called the produce the product sugar, that is a maltose. Now what is an enzyme? Enzymes are called the biochemical catalyst which just boost up the metabolic reaction without undergoing any kind of the change.